The 20th anniversary is an important date in the history of the Society. It gives us a chance to look back and say, what have we done? And a lot of things have happened in this Society. In Huron County, we are a large county, and we are one of the first, not the first, but one of the first societies to start providing the services that we've been providing for over 20 years. Someone at a certain point in the community said, this has to start happening, and so they did it. And we're looking back on it and reflecting on it because we want to applaud the people who've done the work before us. I've only been involved for 5 years. But we also want to look ahead and we want to think, okay, what have we done in the last 20 and what will we do in the next 20? And we know that the next 20 years are crucial for Alzheimer's disease and healthcare in Ontario, not to mention Canada.
Well, my coworkers here at the Alzheimer's Society, it's a really great staff to work with. They're very professional. Everybody here is so passionate about what they do, about making Huron County a better place for persons with dementia to live. I think our staff is really supportive of each other as well. And trying new things. We're always looking for programs, different things that we can do to have a stronger presence in the community, to work with our clients and our caregivers a bit more.
It really makes you thankful for each day, and you know, everybody is so special, like every caregiver that we've had the privilege to work with. And I think that's one of the parts of my job that I love the most, that people have allowed us to come into some of the most intimate parts of their lives, and they've told us their stories, and that's really special. And you know, that it's a privilege to be able to work with them and to be able to help them through this time.
It probably saved me from going over the edge a couple of times, that people like Kathy and the other people in the office were very understanding. And you had the support of other people who had family members going through the same thing. Some further advanced than Ellen was, some relatively in the beginning stages of being a caregiver. And we were able to talk to one another and say, I've been through that, here's what I've done. And by helping other people, you're helping yourself through this. The Alzheimer's Society and the people involved in it, I think probably for myself and a lot of other people, have been lifesavers.
First, they offer complete knowledge about the disease. And to me, understanding the disease let me be better prepared to deal with things as they came up. So, complete education. Support, there is telephone, email, texting, there's support groups where you get to meet other people that are either in the same boat or at a different stage of the disease with their loved one, and people just want to talk about how it's affecting their life.
We all live really, really busy lives, and with that we have a hard time slowing down and trying to remember what the purpose of all of it is. And what this companion program, the Just For You program, does for me is it provides perspective. And as much as it's for her as it is for me, I think I might get more out of it. It's a great experience to be able to sit down and just listen to somebody who finds that really rewarding. So to me, it's giving something so altruistically that it feels like a reward for both of us.
We actually do have a brochure that is available within our office at the Alzheimer's Society of Huron County, which explains the Just For You volunteer program. And the mission is right here on the front as well. And so it is to enhance the quality of life for families and individuals affected by Alzheimer's disease and other dementias through the provision of a volunteer companion.
First Link is our support services program. It's what brings people in the door. It's what connects somebody to support and services across the continuum of care. We like to connect somebody with First Link early in the disease process so that they can get connected early and stay connected throughout as long as they need our help and our support.
I volunteer at a medical building across the back of us here. Twice a week, and sometimes 3 times. and it's very, very good. You got to keep busy. Yeah, and there's lots of things that do happen in this location.
Well, it's kept us very upbeat. One, by keeping us busy, and we're always looking for ways to help with fundraisers. Roger did a walk from Exeter to Grand Bend last winter, and the winter before, he did one from Exeter to Clinton. It was in the name of Jim Finkbeiner, who is also suffering from dementia. And so that was quite a project to walk in January all those kilometers as to raise money for the awareness of Alzheimer's.
Up a lazy river with me.
Nora Selkirk is loving her iPod Shuffle and the music it's bringing into her life.
I just like it. I just like to go into or back of the house or something and listen to it.
You have a son who's a musician, don't you?
Yes, Brent.
Kay Bear also loves her new music.
I just feel relaxed and I enjoy music.
Dream with me.
Nora and Kay are both dealing with the early stages of dementia. The music brought to them by these tiny iPod Shuffles is not only making them smile, it's directly counteracting the damage being done to their brains by Alzheimer's disease.
As dementia affects the brain, different parts of the brain begin to deteriorate, but it's also the communication between those areas in the brain. When people listen to music, it tends to be more of a global brain function. Like you could say the whole brain lights up. I love the way the music, you always look so happy when you're listening to your music.
Using music in dementia sufferers is nothing new, but picking personalized playlists is, and it's making all the difference.
We have entertainment to come in and for a group of them, but it's not the same as when it's one-on-one.
Family and friends know the music won't stop the spread of the memory-robbing disease, but they've seen a marked difference in their loved ones' quality of life.
She certainly comes exceedingly alive when those headphones go on. It was quite remarkable to see it.
The iPods for Memories program is currently operating at 2 nursing homes in Huron County. The hope is to expand to a third very soon, and beyond that later this summer. Of course, that may not happen without some help from you.
We want to have recycled iPods from the general public, from students. We know that they only use them for a short time and then something new comes out.
It's just I like them, and so I just keep playing them.
For more information about the program or to donate to it, you can go to the link on our website. In Godrich, Scott Miller, CTV News.
so many good causes, right? And I know that as a radio station, that's sort of our mandate, is to get out and help the causes, but it can be overwhelming. And I remember reading an article a long time ago that a guy in the business just said, you know what, pick a couple that are important to you. And I have a grandmother who had dementia and a great-grandfather who had dementia, and some very good friends that are dealing with it in their families, and so it's something that's kind of close to my heart. I've seen the pain and the anguish, and I particularly love Huron County Alzheimer's because they pay a lot of attention to the caregivers too, and sometimes you're so focused on the person with the disease that you forget about the people that are affected by it. So I just think that the work they do here is great, so I'm happy to help anytime I can.
I chose the Alzheimer Society as one of the charities that I would like to support personally because my mother-in-law suffered from Alzheimer's, so it's definitely something that's very close to my heart and the heart of my family. We plan to support the Walk for Memories, continuously. That's just something that is in our annual plan when we do our planning for each year. That's something that we definitely ensure that the money will be there to support that walk.
We feel that it's a really important organization, community organization, but the great thing about the Alzheimer's Society is they have small community branches. So the Huron County Alzheimer's Society, all of the money that they raise goes back into the community. And that's what 104.9 Beach is all about. We're a community station and we like to support local community.
Yeah, on behalf of everyone at United Communities Credit Union, our membership, our members, our board of directors, and all the employees, we want to commend the Alzheimer's Society of Huron County for their tremendous, their innovative program right now for iPods for Alzheimer's, as well as the many programs that they run on a monthly basis. Thank you so much for your hard work and your efforts in making a difference in our communities.
My hope and vision, I think, is the same as everyone else in the organization, which is a dementia-free world. If that's something that's possible at this point, I'm not entirely certain, but without maintaining the course of action that we're currently on and continuing to push forward, not only with palliative solutions, but solutions with respect to research and development, we don't have a chance of making anything any better, and that is what I hope to do, just make something a little bit better. From the board perspective, I can say that I've got a relatively broad experience, and I am fortunate enough to participate on some pretty significant boards, including some provincial boards. And I was more than pleasantly surprised with the sophistication and knowledge base of the people who I work with at the board level. The healthcare field is a very specific, acronym-laden world. Without the help of these other people, I certainly would never have been able to navigate it. Their knowledge is prodigious and comprehensive. This isn't your average volunteer board. These people are sophisticated, intelligent, driven individuals. Practically from the level of the organization, I hear nothing but incredible feedback from the community that we serve and our partners and stakeholders. And I would say that that is in large measure not only to the amazing staff that we're fortunate enough to work alongside, but to their executive director, Kathy Ritzma. 20 years is too long for anything of this kind, and certainly another 20 years is unacceptable. I've made it a small part of my life to work towards ensuring that we don't have another 20 years. I would like nothing more than in 20 years to say that I don't have this kind of job anymore. And with your help, I think that's something that we can do.